We haven't done this in how long?
I don't even want to think about how
I
long.
think it was like before COVID. We did one of these.
I think so.
2 years.
So here we are, another date night review. It's our
And-
first date night review from Virginia.
And we spent it watching the new Scream movie, Scream 6. I don't know, I have thoughts on this movie.
I have thoughts on it too, but most of them are like,
Yeah. Well, let's start with the non-spoiler stuff first.
non-spoiler.
It's pretty brutal and graphic.
I feel like in some ways it's more graphic than the...
They were talking about for the sequel, you gotta increase the gore, you gotta increase the violence and all that, and
they've been
kinda do
doing
it.
that, but they also have increased the ridiculousness.
Yeah, I thought it was predictable. They're constrained by their own rules that they keep establishing, that you have to follow these rules or else you can't have a sequel. And so they follow them, and that makes the movie really predictable to me. Of course, everyone's a suspect, can tell early on.
I think you can tell.
Yeah.
I called it. We knew who it was.
I went into this with medium expectations. I thought it would be about the same as the last one.
Yeah, that's
And it
what I
was.
thought too.
It
Yeah.
was. I mean,
The one that came out last year,
Yeah, just last year.
which was, in my opinion, super forgettable.
I'm already struggling to remember anything really about it.
It's like every other Scream movie.
They know they're in a movie. They accept that fact a little too readily. Like, well, we're in a Scream movie again. I guess 3 of us are gonna die. I guess this is a staple of Scream movies, or maybe even slashers in general. People can take an astonishing amount of punishment.
Oh yeah, they can get stabbed and kicked and dropped and fallen 2 stories, and they're still like ready to jump up and fight.
Yeah.
And God
get-
bless them, because
I don't know, half the cast is Wolverine.
I know, right? Like I stubbed my toe and I'm done for the day.
So like, oh, fuck this day.
I know, right? If we're being completely honest, I don't feel like Sydney has anything to add anymore.
It's like, oh, come on, leave this girl alone.
Yeah, but Gail, I thought was interesting.
Yeah, she just wasn't a part of it as much. Because they still want to hand this off to the next generation.
Yeah, and I get it, but like...
Maybe they're paying her by the minute, so they have to keep it down.
So let's talk spoilers.
Okay.
You ready for
Let's
spoilers?
get into spoilers. If you haven't seen the movie yet and you're planning to...
Stop here.
Or mute the audio, and because I could use the views. All right, spoilers start.
The thing I wanted to talk about that involved a spoiler is the very beginning. So in the beginning, you have your first kill. That's pretty typical of any Scream movie.
Yeah.
But what isn't typical is after Ghostface, stabs her like a million bajillion times in an alley where he could be seen by anybody. But anyway, that doesn't matter. He rips the mask off and we get to see who it is. And I thought, well, that's interesting. Maybe they're going to take it in a whole different direction. We're going to know from the beginning who Ghostface is, and maybe it's...
That could have been interesting if he's like part of their group and we can see him just circling these people, building this plan.
Yeah.
And there would be a lot of tension in there because you're waiting for him to strike and he's like right there. The audience is aware who the killer is this time, but the people are clueless. Serious?
That would have taken a new direction. Unfortunately, that guy's our second kill. All of that was just like a weird setup for
the real killers.
Yeah, who you don't know, and then they get revealed at the end, and it's like every other fucking Scream movie ever made. So they had a moment where I was like, oh, impressive, and then I was quickly disappointed.
They kept talking about, oh, this is not the same Ghostface. It's a different movie. We're doing something completely different. And they wind up doing the exact same thing over and over again.
Yeah, it's like a formula at this point, and it's a formula they give you in every movie because there's always the, like, quirky friend that's like, these are the roles, and this is what's going to happen, and then
this is what has to happen.
You don't even need to watch the movie because they just told you what the fuck's going to happen.
They established these rules, okay, and now they're tied to them because they want these rules to be right. It's still pretty brutal. When people do get killed, they're like...
I mean, there's a lot of stabby.
Yeah.
A lot.
Our heroine is the daughter of Billy Loomis from the original movie.
That's right, Sam.
We're doing that again. It's her again, and she's talking to her dead dad. Now, they keep playing with the idea that being a serial killer is hereditary and passed
Yes.
down by a dad she never knew. It's not like
Well-
he taught her like Dexter or anything like that, but
In the second movie, Billy Loomis's mom, now this is Billy Loomis's daughter. They try to work that in, and then the real killers, the real ghost faces,
face eye?
Hey, do we want to say?
We're spoiling. So
We're in spoilers, so
if you remember Boimler from the first one, from the previous movie, the boyfriend,
Richie.
his dad, brother, and sister.
He wasn't from the first movie. He was from
The previous movie.
last year's movie.
Yeah, that was the feeling I was getting through this movie. I'm like, I've seen all of this before. Sure, it's bloody, and some of the kills are pretty gruesome.
Yeah,
It's
but
still,
it's just on repeat.
yeah, it's the parent of the killer of the previous movie. It's lifted out of Scream 2.
The second two, yeah.
There was another killer, wasn't there?
Yeah, they had two killers in the second one too, but fuck if I remember. Well, in the last one, Richie was the killer. Richie and I don't know what her name was either. But anyway,
I'll flash it down here.
you'll flash it.
Yeah,
What?
I'll put it down here.
So they were the killers, and so now Richie's dad and brother and sister are the killers in this one. So yeah, there's three, which somehow makes it novel, but not really.
One extra person really doesn't change it up enough.
You know Jenna Ortega, she's like the teeniest,
tiny.
tiniest little thing.
Yeah.
And all of this horrible stuff happens to her, and at the end of it, she's just walking around. She's not even ambulance.
Yeah, she
She's like-
was stabbed multiple times,
Front and back.
jump kicked, and at the end, all she has is a sling.
Just a flesh wound.
It was like a whole bunch of shit.
A guy got stabbed in the mouth, like a 8-inch blade right in the mouth to the hilt.
I've had worse.
He survived that, and he came at them again.
How about you?
Anything that would bring a normal person down, they just keep coming back like Wolverine.
Yeah.
And that kind of pulls me out of it. They're blood gushing. People would bleed out in 30 seconds. But
Yes.
they're okay. They still have enough strength to climb on a ladder.
I mean, what else can we say about it, though? I had fun going and watching it.
It was.
Because I was with you.
Oh, yeah. You were the best part of this movie. It kept my attention.
It did not keep my attention.
Anyone of the core group can die. None of them do. But
Nobody died.
none of the Fab Four or whatever the original.
But also the legacy. What's her name's back?
The
Panettiere.
Hayden Panettiere. Yeah, I could not buy her as a Fed. She's still like a
First
mouse.
of all, when she came on screen, I was like, who is that? It took me forever to figure out who it was. They set her up like this big reveal. You know, she turns around and I'm assuming the audience is supposed to be like, oh, it's her. Oh, God, she's back.
I'm like,
But I was like, who's that?
who the fuck is this?
And then,
I guess she was in 4.
yeah, the one with Roberts. What's her name?
Emma Roberts.
Emma Roberts.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, where she was the killer.
Yeah, another movie I don't remember too much about.
I actually didn't mind that one. That was alright.
Yeah.
I mean, it was alright. It wasn't great, but like you were saying the other day, the first Scream was lightning in a bottle.
Yeah, it was perfect.
It was
self-aware. I think there's just a difference between being self-aware and being self-referencing.
It insists upon itself.
This one feels like it does the exact same formula. The reason why they keep tying it to previous movies makes it super predictable too, because it's always like someone related to someone who died in the first movie. Some
It's
act for
never
vengeance.
just like random dude that saw the stab movies. I can do that. You know?
That would be interesting. Your idea where you thought maybe Ghostface becomes like a Joker, where you have people emulating him all over the world.
Like Ghostface becomes like a
legend.
movement, a legend.
I mean, it was exactly what I thought it would be. I thought it would be about the same as the previous one, and it kind of was. It looked like it was going to at first, and then it wound up doing the exact same thing, and not only repeating the same, practically the motives from Scream 2. I said, all right, rules are out the window. He's no longer using the exact same model knife he uses in everything. I know it's probably going to be a unpopular opinion, but Ghostface is just a costume. In each movie, it is a different set of killers. And
Yeah.
they keep talking about him like it's the same guy throughout the entire series.
Yeah.
This isn't Michael Myers who he keeps coming back. It's another putz in a mask. And every time he's on the phone, it's like, hello, did you miss me? Or something like that. It's like, bitch, you weren't even in the last movie.
Yeah. Do you think you could still find the exact same voice modulator that you found in 97?
eBay.
You think?
Oh, yeah. Okay, that's rant over. Two B's.
Oh, do I get to rate?
Yeah.
I would probably rate it 1.5.
If you're a fan of the franchise, maybe watch it just to
See
be
it, but
complete.
a lot of the reason we went to see it, right?
Yeah,
But
it doesn't add anything new, really. Now, I will say, they kind of tease and they pull away. The idea that our main heroine really is going psycho.
yeah.
And when she does fight back, she stabs like crazy. And you kind of want to see more of that.
Yeah, because she likes it.
Yeah. And they even go there a little
Yeah,
bit.
she admits that she likes it.
But they pull it back. So they might be trying to save that for... All right, that's it for us.
That's it.
Like, subscribe, comment the bell. You know the drill. All right, good night, everybody.
Bye.